for watching and have a good rest of your night and week. Stay classy, Cyclones.
Good evening, and you're watching Newswatch. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Anna. Here's tonight's top stories. The search for Iowa State University's next president continues. Former President Dr. Stephen Leith resigned and relocated to Auburn University last spring. Dr. Benjamin Allen has served as our interim president during the nationwide search for our next president since then. Out of 64 candidates, 4 finalists remain in the running for Iowa State University's 16th president. Next Monday, October 9th through Thursday, October 12th, each of these unnamed finalists will visit campus for one day to participate in a 1-hour public forum in which questions will be answered. Live video streaming of the forums can be found at www.presidentsearchiastate.edu.
Last week, the Greenlee School of Journalism held the Jumpstart Internship Networking Fair. ISU TV's Sierra Cross was there and has more.
We're here at the Jumpstart Internship and Networking Fair hosted by the Greenlee School of Journalism and Mass Communications, held here at the Great Hall in the Memorial Union, where hopefully students can meet with future employers, get their name on mailing lists, and hopefully land themselves an internship. The Greenlee School of Journalism and Mass Communications holds this Jumpstart Internship and Networking Fair biannually. The internship director and an academic advisor at the Greenlee School of Journalism and Mass Communication, Julie Probasco-Sowers, said that they can expect 130 to 200 students to attend the fair this semester.
We are offering this internship fair, we call it a boutique internship fair, so that we can help students connect with employers who are looking for the skill sets that they're learning.
I had the pleasure of interviewing some of the employers that came to the fair today, including Anna Backstrom, news director at the Des Moines Register.
Just messaging our editor who does the hiring for internships and said that there have been quite a few who would be qualified, because obviously we're looking for students who have had work published before or who are very comfortable writing.
The students who attended said they were able to talk to a lot of different companies and even hand their resume to at least a dozen of them.
So I actually went to the career fair prep, and I think that really helped me because they had stations for, okay, what to wear, how to talk to them, how to come prepared, like what items to bring. So
dozens of employers came searching for interns and employees in advertising, journalism, public relations, and other related fields. The Greenlee School of Journalism and Mass Communication holds this Jumpstart Internship and Networking Fair in hopes to assist as many students as possible in fulfilling their graduation requirement of completing an internship. For ISU TV, I'm Sierra Cross.
Last Friday, students enjoyed another successful event put on by Iowa State's Student Union Board. The Memorial Union Great Hall was a packed house for illusionist Reza and TV personality and comedian Steve-O. Reza left the crowd in awe with unconventional, audience-involved magic, and Steve-O kept the crowd entertained while also bringing awareness to drug and alcohol abuse through comedic anecdotes told from his past.
Comedian TJ Timmer will be in the Memorial Union on October 6th at 8 p.m. Tickets are available at themidwesttick.com or at the maintenance shop office. Tickets will cost $20 for students with an ISU ID or $30 for the public.
ISU TV's Brianna Campbell was at the first Dancers Rally that took place last night.
Dance Marathon. It's a college event known all across the country. For 24 hours, college students dance to raise money and awareness for childhood cancer and diseases. But the preparation starts long in advance. Here at Iowa State, the Dance Marathon team kicked off their events earlier in the year with a 4K, and Monday night was the first ever dancer rally.
They came and learned more about what Dance Marathon is and what we do and how they can get involved.
The meeting, held in Jardine, was a much bigger success than anticipated by co-director Alex Pringetz.
Did not expect that many people to show up, which is awesome. We ran out of pizzas really quick, which is a good problem to have.
The rally went over upcoming events for Dance Marathon, fundraising ideas, and why people dance for the kiddos. Dancers are required to raise $250 to participate in Dance Marathon. Every cent goes to the University of Iowa Stead Children's Hospital.
Hopefully we can make a huge impact for the children's hospitals.
The excitement was tangible in the room Monday night. And of course, everyone was... For ISU TV, I'm Brianna Campbell.
We'll be following Dance Marathon throughout the year, so be sure to check back for more stories as they come.
For the past 31 years, Alpha Omicron Pi and the Ames Area Running Club have teamed up to put on a 5 and 10 walk/run. This event is to raise money for the Arthritis Foundation. This year it will be held on October 8th at the Ames Middle School. All are welcome to come and participate or watch.
According to the Iowa State Daily, a major announcement was made during a dinner reception involving Global Resource Systems students and faculty. Cargill, a major agricultural, food, and industrial company, announced a donation of $600,000 to the Global Resource Systems degree program at Iowa State's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. The Global Resources program here at Iowa State now totals in over $1 million in contributions from Cargill, accumulating to over $21 million in university-wide donations from Cargill.
According to AP News, visitors to Rome's Colosseum can now enjoy even more of the ancient amphitheater. On Tuesday, officials showed off the newly restored 4th and 5th levels of the Colosseum. On November 1st of 2017, public tours guides will now be available to the tourists.
Video footage of ISIS linking itself to the Las Vegas shooting has not changed the FBI's stance that there is no international terrorism tied to the Las Vegas shooting. They are still investigating the motive. Police are currently awaiting the questioning of shooter Stephen Paddock's live-in girlfriend, Marilu Danley. Although no longer declared a person of interest, it is thought that Danley may be able to provide some very important answers. Danley is said to have left the country 2 weeks ago and was reportedly in the Philippines during the attack. Clark County Sheriff Joseph Lombardo stated Monday that Danley was currently in Tokyo and reported today that although she is still out of the country, officials are making arrangements for questioning her upon her return to the U.S. With Paddock's family unable to provide much information for police officials investigating the attack, it is extremely important that they are able to speak with the one person who could potentially give some insight into the motive behind this horrible act of terror.
According to ABC News, on Tuesday, scientists reported that there is a drug that can give some of the same benefits of working out without actually having to do it. Don't get too excited. The catch is that this has only been tested on mice. Officials say that this may be beneficial for those who are bedridden and can't exercise. However, this drug can only mimic aerobic exercise, not strength training, which officials say might not be as helpful for some. The drug has been yet tested on humans, but may be in the future.
President Trump and the First Lady landed in San Juan, Puerto Rico earlier today to assess damage from Hurricane Maria 2 weeks after its initial hit. Hurricane Maria was the most powerful hurricane to hit Puerto Rico in almost a century, destroying many homes, businesses, and roads. 95% of those that had electricity before the storm are still without power, including some hospitals. During a briefing with senior military personnel and government officials of Puerto Rico, President Trump made it clear that the United States relief efforts in Puerto Rico have been much tougher than the relief efforts in Florida and Texas. Nonetheless, he feels they have done just as good of a job dealing with Hurricane Maria.
I'm Kobe James with Sports Report. The Iowa State Athletic Department introduced a new alternative logo for the sports teams. The new logo is a cyclone. The I-State is still the primary logo for the school. The new logo is a sense of swag for the athletic department. The Cyclones fell to the Texas Longhorns 17-7 last Thursday night. Jack Trice was packed. The game was televised on ESPN College Game Day. Quarterback Jacob Park struggled, throwing 3 interceptions, sacked 4 times, and hurried 6 times on the day. The Cyclones' next game is against the Oklahoma Sooners, who are ranked 3rd in the nation. Good luck, Cyclones. The Iowa State men's golf team finished 13th in the Marquette Intercollegiate earlier today. The team shot 911 for 3 days combined. Texas A&M won the tournament shooting 866. A Cyclone standout was true freshman Lachlan Barker, who recorded at 217 and got 6th place throughout 3 days. Keep swinging, Barker. The Cyclone volleyball team battled back to beat Texas Tech Saturday night. The Clones were down by 2 sets, but won 3 straight sets to win the game. Leaders from the game were redshirt senior Samara West, who had a game-high 20 kills and 20 blocks. The second was Jess Shaben, who had 17 blocks. I don't know about you, Cyclone fans, but I'm not getting in their way. Folks, it is October. Not only is the best month of the year, but it is also the MLB postseason. The playoffs start tonight with the Minnesota Twins against the New York Yankees. Whoever wins this wildcard game will go on to face the Cleveland Indians, who are on fire right now. The Indians are coming off a 22-game win streak in the regular season, so whichever team wins they'll have a tough second round. Good luck to all the teams.
Ames weather-wise, we're sitting at 61 degrees. Rain is falling. You can see out there on I-35 crossing over Highway 30 right now. There's some wet pavement out there, and winds are light out of the north at 8 miles per hour. The statewide radar picture, you can see there's a big area line, I guess, of showers and thunderstorms stretching from northeast to southwest at the moment. These are, there we go, off to the north and east. There's some across just to the north and west of Iowa City, stretching over Cedar Rapids into the northeast, and then further to the southwest, south of Des Moines. There's actually a really nice little cell north of Sheraton, moving in from Lucas County into Marion County towards the Pella and Knoxville area. These have been moving through the state of Iowa this afternoon, and generally in a northeasterly direction, but this whole system is sagging to the southeast. Behind it, there's some clear skies. This is all associated with a cold front, which has moved through the state, as you can see on the temperature map right here. Off to the south and east, Cedar Rapids still at 72 degrees, Ottumwa at 76. Further to the west, Ames only at 61, and then off to the northwest, Spencer is at 55 degrees right now. So as we go into the future, watch Futurecast. This cold front is going to sag to the south and east. By tomorrow, we'll have high pressure sitting over most of Iowa, which will clear our skies out, calm the weather down, and then, but as we get into Wednesday, into Thursday, another system starts to move in from the southwest, a warm front this time, and then ahead of that will be a large area of long duration showers and thunderstorms through Thursday into Friday. So here's a closer look at Futurecast. Early tomorrow morning, showers and thunderstorms only to the east and southeast part of the state, clearing for most of the west of us. Wednesday is clear for pretty much all of Iowa, and then by Wednesday night, those clouds start to move back in, this time from the southwest, and then Wednesday night into Thursday. By Thursday morning, those showers and thunderstorms have spread over much of the state and will continue with us for most of Thursday into Friday. So temperature-wise, temperature-wise, we'll get to that in just a second. Rainfall forecast, though, estimates are going to put us at a pretty wide swath of half-inch to inch-and-a-half across the southeastern part of the state, and then once we get into Thursday and Friday, more rainfall comes to the north and west. But keep in mind, though, these are just estimates, so just don't take that literally at the numbers. Forecast for tonight, temperature-wise, 50s, the middle part of the state, upper 40s to the north and west, and then off to the south and east, mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, temperature-wise, pretty much everybody is going to be the upper 60s to the north, lower 70s to the south. Tonight here in Ames, isolated showers ending probably before midnight or 2 a.m. as that front sags to the south and east. 50 degrees, and then a north-northwest wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 71 degrees, mostly sunny with high pressure back in control. Should be a pretty nice fall day. And then your extended forecast, start here on Thursday and Friday. Plenty of rain out there. Saturday, the rain finally comes to an end. And then Sunday, pretty decent day, fall-wise, 75 degrees. And then Monday and Tuesday, we start to dip back into it's pretty normal weather. We should be in the upper 60s, so it'll be a little bit below average for that time of year, but more and more like October as we go along. Stay with us. We have much more Newswatch coming up.
Dogs were playing around on Iowa State's campus last week during Sigma Lambda Gamma's philanthropy event called Rent a Puppy Reporter. Natasha Novak was able to get more on this event.
There's been a few more wagging tails here on Iowa State Central Campus. Sigma Lambda Gamma is hosting their biannual Rent-A-Puppy event. We were able to capture a few interviews with the puppies and the members.
Michaela Show explains how the sorority gets access to the puppies for this philanthropy event.
We received the dogs from two different places. We received them from Diamond in the Rough, which is actually an organization that helps foster dogs, and so rather than being one specific shelter, they have volunteers who are willing to take the dogs in and then house them, and then also the Humane Society in Tama.
Students pay a fee to play with a puppy for 30 minutes.
Well, I heard barking yesterday on campus, and I just couldn't resist. I'm a huge fan of dogs, and they just make me smile. It just reminded me of being at home with my little puppy.
The money raised goes to help the animals at the event and also the animals back at the shelter.
I think that allowing students to come and play with these dogs on campus gives them a great opportunity just to de-stress, especially because we're starting to get at that point in the semester where it can be stressful. People have a lot of exams and those kinds of things.
An 8-year-old boy swallowed a pet toy and suffered from a strange side effect. When he opened his mouth, a squeak would escape. A video was released of him in the emergency room of a children's hospital. The video was taken by Dr. Santiago Gomez Zarevia and has received over 9 million views. The whistle from this pet toy was stuck between his larynx and pharynx, causing the sound effect. Zarevia was able to remove the whistle from the boy's throat by using local anesthesia. The boy has since recovered.
A man dressed as a Coke bottle robbed a restaurant in Henderson, Kentucky. The restaurant was called Rallies and was closed during the time of the robbery. According to the department release, the only person in the restaurant during the robbery was the manager. Cameras in the restaurant showed the manager opening up to the back door to give a bag the giant Coke bottle. The giant Coke bottle then barged into the restaurant. The Coke bottle was carrying a handgun but didn't use it. He took $500 before leaving the restaurant and getting into a gray minivan. And that's all we have for you tonight on tonight's edition of Newswatch.
Stay tuned next week for more on news, weather, and sports.
Everyone stay safe, and our prayers are with the people of Puerto Rico and Las Vegas. Good night, Ames.